Here it is live from Say What You Will Radio Studios in Mesa, Arizona. It's the Pops and Low Radio Show with your host, the purveyors of odd news, Pops and Low.
All right. Thank you, Andrew Jones, for that fine introduction. Low, how you doing?
Doing well. Made
Good.
it here.
Good. Well, it is the Pops and Low radio show. It is Friday night, and we are live on YouTube and I believe the Facebook. That's exactly right. So here we are live in the Say What You Will radio studios in Mesa, Arizona. It's Friday night. It is time for the Pops and Low radio show. We've got a plethora of odd news.
Would you say I have a plethora of piñatas?
I would say so. I don't know. I haven't been in your house for a while.
Yeah. Touche.
Let's see. Rex says, I'm calling backyard Pops now. Well, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine. That's what I go by. That's what the kids call me. And hence the Pops and Low
Backyard Pops
radio show. Backyard Pops. That's right. Stephanie is here all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. How you doing, Stephanie? I hope you're doing well. Mickey from Kentucky's here, and I believe she's all the way here from Kentucky. I'm just putting two and two together.
Yeah, safe bet. Context clues,
Yeah, exactly right.
Interesting. Well, Pops, did you have anything interesting happening this week?
Well, I did. I actually, we had friends of ours talk us into joining the Moose.
That's right. We were talking about this the other night. I was very shocked when you told me you are now a member of the Moose.
I am officially a Moose member, and I have my Moose card to prove it.
Now, to clarify for those that don't know,
the
Moose, meaning the Moose Lodge.
The Moose Lodge. We're a part of the Moose Lodge.
And
exactly right.
It is a misnomer. You don't have to be over 75 to join.
No,
okay.
No.
I was like, why? How are you guys able to join? He's like, yeah, anybody can join. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, there's a lot of people, a lot of folks our age. Stephanie says plethora is one of my favorite words. Been working out this week. I want to be a beast. So you're building
workouts,
a plethora of muscles,
plethora of exercise,
and you have a plethora of gummy bears in your mouth.
I do.
I actually that's not in my mouth. That's but violation of Radio 101.
It's way better than having a chew-in, which is what I'm fiending for right now, and I'm trying to be smart. Try not to do that anymore.
Good for you.
So trying to substitute.
Mickey from Kentucky says, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. Could be from Dallas, Texas right now.
Whoa.
See, throwing a curveball.
Mickey in Dallas, Texas. Should be your name.
Exactly right. So I joined the Moose Club, and the Moose Club on Sundays now. So after the after church activity,
right,
we zoom out of church and we show up, we get to the Moose Club, and it's right in time for a good few, maybe 10, 11 games of bingo.
10, 11 games. A few, 10, 11.
Yeah.
A few. Just a few. 10, 11.
Yeah. So bingo at the Moose. That's the Sunday thing now. And I was one number away from hitting the jackpot on Sunday.
Yeah. And didn't you say the jackpot was like
it was
grand?
$1,400.
Ooh.
$1,400.
That's rent money right there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Bingo. Mm-hmm. Okay. Not that we advocate gambling. Okay.
Right.
But we do advocate getting other means of paying your rent than your normal income. So
yeah.
$1,400 always helps.
That's big money. Big money. Mickey, Kentucky says, I'm about an hour. I will be in the Netherlands. Oh, in about an hour.
What?
Whoa.
So Mickey, Netherlands.
I'm trying to figure that out. Stephanie says, I tried to join a Moose Lodge in rural South Carolina when I was 25, and some of them saw me out drinking in public. I got denied.
What?
Oh.
Your character can come in question with a Moose Lodge
membership? There's a big thing. Yeah. It's all, you got to be an outstanding citizen.
Meanwhile, half of them are in there getting,
they're getting lit in there.
White girl wasted, right?
Gotta love ExpressVPN. I was wondering.
Oh, man.
Now it's all coming together.
Yep.
Now it's all coming together.
There you go.
All right. Well, normally we start the show off with an interesting story, but we always right after that, and I don't know if that's interesting or not. I don't know if anything happened
almost
to
winning
you.
$1,400 is
almost
pretty interesting.
Almost.
I thought I had something when I came in here. It's like, oh yeah, I got something to talk about, but Now I'm thinking not. Now I'm like, wait, I don't remember. I mean, I'll tell you what, I was changed a little bit. Okay. My son, he likes Bahama Bucks a lot. Okay. I liked Bahama Bucks, but I was never like, oh, I want that.
I'm not the icy guy, but they have really good smoothies.
See, I've heard that.
Yeah.
It never like was that need. You know how like you crave stuff? Never was a crave for me.
Yeah. No.
So if they were going to go, I was like, nah, I'm good. You know, it was just like, yeah, you guys can go. That's not my thing. But he had this thing. Okay. Because he's done really good. He's done all his homework 100% so far for the year. So we're trying.
He's not listening, so you don't have to butter him up.
No, hey, I already did. Got a Bahama Bucks. That was his reward, right? Yeah. And so since he did so good, we went and he got this. Remember Warheads?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They have a Warhead flavored one,
almost like a sweet tart.
Right. Well, no.
Similar.
Yeah, kind of. But the Warhead, remember, it was the hard candy that was super ridiculously sour.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when we lived in the duplex? You popped a bunch of them in. Yeah. And so, but yeah, they one of those flavors, and it was fantastic. Extremely sour.
Oh yeah.
But changed the game for me. So if you get a chance, Bahama Bucks.
Well, there you go. Well, we have actually, if you've watched the show in the past, you know, sometimes we'll have a sit-in producer. That's Logan's sister, my daughter, Reagan. And she is actually flying in from Michigan tonight.
Michigan.
So we have got to be out of the studio and on the freeway on the way to the airport.
And God, by when you say we, you mean you.
Well, me and the wife.
Right.
We got to be bugging out of here.
Got to be onward and outward.
Yeah, so no crapping around. Logic Rex says, Warheads were awesome. Classic. Love those things. Yeah, see?
Classic.
They are classic. All right, well, let's get to the show. Our Today in History segment. Let me get that. There we go. Yeah. So this is Today in History. Today in History. 1913.
August 20th.
Going back August 20th, 1913, 700 feet above Buc, France, parachutist Adolphe Pagaud, I guess is how you say his name, became the first person to jump from an airplane and land safely.
Really?
1913. How about that?
Wow. Yeah. Now, obviously, parachute included and all those things, but
yeah.
I wonder if like somebody had tried before.
I'm sure.
Right.
He was the first one to land safely.
On record. I mean, hey, you don't know. You never know.
Lemon heads are awesome, Mickey. There's no doubt about that. I love lemon heads.
Yeah, you were a lemon head
I can
fan.
polish like an entire box of those in a 1.5 hour movie.
So you definitely are more of a hard candy person, I noticed, because you like lemon heads, gobstoppers.
Love gobstoppers.
That's always a classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I am also a Swedish fish guy.
Yeah.
I like the Swedish fish.
Okay, I will always give you full credit for that. You put me on Swedish fish, and I've never looked back. That is top 5 candy for me.
And the Twizzlers nibs.
Yes, those are
cherry flavored nibs.
Believe it or not, I like the Pool and Peel Twizzlers.
Oh,
they're fantastic.
Very good as well. Very good as well.
You said they had planes in 1913. I didn't know that because you said helicopter, correct?
Well, no, first person to jump out of an airplane and land safely. Yeah,
man,
interesting.
Imagine that. Hey, guy. Good luck. Nobody else has done it.
See ya. I mean, how about doing that? How about being the first guy?
That's what I'm saying. You're the first one in history, well, on record in history to ever do that. Scary.
Absolutely terrifying. All right, 1914. Russia wins an early victory over Germany at Gumbinnen. How about that?
Okay.
I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
Just happened. I don't know. Well, but that was during the First World War.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
so I wonder if that's like a sport or something.
An early victory. I'm assuming that's war, a battle.
Oh, I didn't hear your phrasing. Maybe I misheard you because for some reason
it just says wins an early victory is all it says.
Yeah, and see, for some reason in my head, but yeah, First World War, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I thought World War I, Russia and Germany were not allied at that point.
No.
Ooh, I need to go back.
No, in fact, I believe Russia was our ally
at that point. Right. Yeah. World War II is when they, that's right. Cause then they were Axis and see, that's disappointing. I took a whole class on that in college. It's all gone.
That's exactly right. Twizzlers, Mickey, Kentucky says, I gotta tell you, one of the best. Now, people that do the whole red vine.
Thank you. Disgusting.
I think only Democrats eat red vines.
I think anybody that doesn't have a palate eats red vines. Okay.
They're like wax.
But you also
it's
eat
like plastic.
black licorice.
I love black
disgusting.
Twizzlers. I love it. Logic Rex says old school 90s candy for me was Pop Rocks and Fun Dip. You know, that's going back into the like 70s and 80s.
Fun Dip was
Rex.
awesome. Pop Rocks is classic.
Yeah, we're going way back. I think Pop Rocks were back in the 70s because I was a kid.
Man, they have Pop Rocks gum now. So it pops in your mouth and it turns into gum. Incredible.
Unbelievable.
Modern
technology is exactly right. 1940. Now we're getting into World War II time. After a previous machine gun attack failed, exiled Russian Leon Trotsky is assassinated in Mexico City with an alpine axe to the back of the head.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So first off, to a little context, though, he was part of the Nazi regime that was running away, right? Like there was a bunch that they ran to like South America and stuff like that.
Well, he was a Russian.
Oh, he was a Russian. I thought you said German.
No, Russian Leon Trotsky.
Deaf today.
Yeah.
Leon Trotsky. I wonder what he was running from. Jeez.
I don't know.
But an axe to the back of the dome.
Yeah, that always sucks.
I can't say I understand. I can't say I know.
Risen Ability, he says Twizzler sticks or Twizzle sticks.
I hope that's.
I don't know what that means.
Twizzler, because wow,
that means
puts hair on your chest.
Well,
it does.
Yeah.
I didn't need it, but I didn't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Pop Rocks gum. I'm telling you, it's actually really cool. The foot-long pixie sticks. I forgot about those.
They used to have the 3-footers. Remember the yard?
They were huge. But and you remember, you'd cut them open, you'd start going, and then you'd immediately regret it because you knew you weren't finishing it in one sitting.
Oh, I was. I was a wild man. I was a wild man.
But it was always messy. There was no way to keep it clean. That was crazy. Wow, what a time.
Angry conservatives in the room. And I'm glad you're here, Angry. I know it's been a rough week. It's been a rough week for everybody with everything that's going on in the world. So today is a little bit like the Pops and Low is a respite from insanity.
There's a good word.
Yeah, it's a respite from the world.
A respite. I love that.
Oh, hey, remember Risen Stephanie.
Oh, right.
Last week. Remember?
Hey.
Whoops.
Whoa.
Oops. Little hookup here on the Pops and Low radio show. You never know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, DC Irish. I hope we're all well today. I hope you're well, my friend.
Let's see.
Oh my God, I turned into the Energizer Bunny. My parents bought me a foot long once and never again. Yeah, that's
that's crazy. It was so much of that stuff in there.
Right.
Because when you bought the thing, it wasn't like the small thin, it was like that big around.
Oh, yeah.
So it was huge.
It was like a half an inch round.
Literally. Insanity. Insanity.
Now I will point out, whoops, let me go up one more here. Risen Ability, he says hi to Stephanie, right? Stephanie says hi back, got the smiley cowboy and the guitar. No hearts yet. I'm just pointing it out.
Now we're talking about phases. All right, we're gonna keep an eye out for the emoji phases.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out there's been no hearts yet. Let's see. Big League chewing gum. Yeah, we used to chew that when we were in baseball. We thought it was the coolest thing.
Oh, for sure.
And
because
it came on
they literally shredded it just like Chaw.
It's brilliant.
And so, oh man. And that always reminds me of the scene in The Sandlot, when they all take it and they all get on the thing and chuck everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic.
Beef jerky chew.
You know what's funny? When you said baseball, that's the second thing that came to my mind. Big League Chew, beef jerky chew. That was for sure.
Right. Stephanie's got a bunch of smiling cowboys there. And Raf's in the room. He says, not super related, but remember when Little Debbie snacks were only 25 cents?
What a time.
I remember when Royal Crown Cola was only 25 cents out of the machine. The old RC Cola.
Man. Jawbreakers. Those things used to be massive too. They don't even make them like that anymore.
Used to be able to get the big jawbreaker. Remember?
Yeah.
It was like this big.
It was literally
It was like the size of a cue ball.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah, and he stuck it. Yeah, and you'd have that thing. Oh,
atomic fireballs.
See what I'm saying?
Oh man, those things they still have like a variation of them now.
But they used to be bigger and a little hotter.
And they used to taste like, that first taste of the what's it called? The red chewing gum.
Yeah.
Big red, right?
Big red.
And it's super spicy and overly cinnamon. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
He's going old school with the Charleston Chew.
Charleston Chew.
Do you remember the black cow?
Yes, in Cowtails.
Cowtails?
Yeah.
Black cow. Yeah.
Wow.
Now and later's pretty good.
And later's, that was the little squares. They came wrapped kind of like bazooka.
Yeah.
They wrapped theirs kind of like the bazooka gum.
Exactly right.
That was great.
Dang, everyone is reminding me of my childhood. Exactly right. Yep. Yeah. Growing up over there he would have grown up in Eastern Ohio.
Oh.
Yep, right there in the Rust Belt.
Sorry for
near West Virginia.
On the wrong side of it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Nuclear warheads
or crybabies. Wow, man, I haven't heard of crybabies in forever. Laffy Taffy. Okay, let me. I can't do it. Okay. They all liked it. I hate Laffy
Especially
Taffy.
the yellow ones.
The yellow banana. I literally, it made me gag the first time. I was like, this is disgusting. Yeah. The first time it was at Graham's house. Mm-hmm. Yep. DC Irish said Swedish fish. We were talking about that.
Love the Swedish fish. Now, do you guys remember like the peanuts? The marshmallow peanuts?
Marshmallow, the like orange.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Used to mount. Yeah, they're disgusting now.
They're terrible.
Loved them when I was a kid.
They candy cigarettes and off the ice cream trucks. Oh, look, man. That's a different conversation. The ice cream truck.
I grew up in, well, you know where I grew up, right, in the sticks, and we didn't have the ice cream truck. Right. But when we would go to my grandmother's house in Wilkinsburg,
and then you hear it coming around the neighborhood. What a feeling! Man. What a feeling! The ice cream truck. We can get in a separate ice cream conversation one day, but I'm telling you right now, if you're not getting the ice cream cookie, I don't want to hear your argument.
Banana Laffy Taffy.
Disgusting.
Charles says, choose. This is Raph saying, and strawberry candies in the bottom of the GMA's purse.
Of Grandma's purse. Yeah, wow. No kidding. Strawberry candies. Hey, Graham had those too. With a little soft inside. Sugar daddies and sugar babies.
Does anybody remember the Marathon bar?
The Marathon.
I'm throwing it out there.
Of course.
I'm throwing it out there.
What did we just have in here? We had the yellow,
the zigzag.
Yeah, there you go. The
Zagnut. Yeah,
Zagnut. We had the Zagnut bar.
Mm-hmm. That's in fact my favorite candy bar of all time. The Zagnut bar.
Ooh, that's up there. You know what I like that they made now? I like the Take 5.
That's a good.
Oh, that is good.
Good candy bar. Yep. Did we mention the sugar daddies?
Sugar daddies and sugar babies.
Circus peanuts. Yep. Thank you very much, DC Irish. That's exactly what they were.
Peach rings or cherry sours. That's another good one. Peach rings are classic.
Is that the little?
That's they're literally circle orange and yellowish, right? And they really sweet like peaches.
Gotcha.
Mars bars.
All right, Christina's in the room. Hello, Christina. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Oh, Mars bars. Yeah, Mars bars.
Yep. Great one.
What is this? Abba Zaba.
Never heard of that.
Zaba.
Me personally, I never heard of that. He said zigzags. I need some.
That's zigzags. Oh my gosh. Those were rolling papers. Yeah. I meant to say the Zagnuts.
Right, Zagnuts. I mean,
I don't even know why I know what the zigzags are.
You don't know that. You don't know why you know that. Why do you know that they're rolling papers?
I don't know why.
My other one was when my cousins on mom's side were born. Mm-hmm. Their father got me the bubblegum cigars. You remember those? The big honking ones? Mm-hmm. Great.
That's right. When Reg was born.
Yep. When Reg was born too. Tootsie Pops. That's a great one too.
Oh, Tootsie Pops. I used to work at a Chinese restaurant and they had a bowl of Tootsie Pops. Or not Pops, the Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls.
Just the Tootsie Rolls sitting on the counter for people to, when they would leave, take a Tootsie Roll, right? As like an appetite, to quench the palate or whatever that was.
Palate.
And I would sit there and eat hundreds of them. Hundreds of them.
Raph said, Pop, you're talking about circus peanuts. I loved them as a kid while being able to admit that they were gross. That's what it is. It was like a sentimental affection. They were just always around. Right?
Oh. Let's take a call.
Oh, God.
All right, go ahead. You're on the Pops and Low radio show.
Hello. This is Risen Ability.
What's up, Risen?
Yo, so no one's ever heard of Abba Zaba?
No. Never in my life.
Dude, have you not seen the movie How High?
Holy...
No. What was that one with Dave Chappelle?
Oh, Dave Chappelle. How High wasn't Dave Chappelle?
No, How High was Method Man.
Right.
Man. See, when Dave Chappelle was popular, I was actually I actually had to work for a living. I was I was moving into adulthood.
Throwing shade.
What was the movie he did where they had to steal a bunch of weed so that they could pay to get their buddy Kenny out of jail?
Oh, Raph says Half-Baked.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Raph.
So he's a janitor and he pulls out this Abba Zaba bar, and he says, "Abba Zaba, you're my only friend." And he takes a bite of it, and it stretches out like a foot long.
That's right, man. Wow, it's been a long time since I watched that movie.
Dang, so I've never actually watched that.
Memories a little bit,
man. Abba Zaba, wow.
Now
you're that in there.
My only friend.
That's hilarious. Now you're up in Washington, right?
I am.
All right, good.
Olympia here.
Yeah, stay tuned because we actually have an article out of Washington today. Uh-oh. Yeah, good news out of Washington.
Is it about the green slime?
No. I missed that one.
We might need to find out about that too.
If Latin Patriot was in the chat, she could tell you all about it.
Oh, all right. Very good. Very good. The Abba
All right, guys, I'll let you get back to it.
All right, Risen. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye. All right, so boy, we got a lot of chats going on there. DC Irish says those little strawberry candies my mom always had when I was little in a jar.
Yeah, and it's probably the same one. It was in a wrapping that looked exactly like a strawberry.
Yeah, and it had that twisted
creamy
filling in the middle, that
creamy
juicy,
soft, like it. Yeah. It was like strawberry cream or something.
Well, what about the root beer barrels? Dude, I used to suck on those things.
Those were fantastic.
Yeah,
those were fantastic.
I could still do that, I think. I could, yeah.
Get a couple of those root beer barrels.
All right, 1940, radar is used for the first time. How about that? By the British during a battle the Battle of Britain. Also on this day, in a radio broadcast, Winston Churchill makes his famous homage to the Royal Air Force. Quote, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few."
Wow. That was today. And you said that was 1940?
1940.
Wow.
1941, Adolf Hitler authorizes the development of the V-2 missiles.
Jeez.
How about that? 1953, USSR publicly acknowledged it tested a hydrogen bomb 8 days prior.
Think about this. You're talking about a 15-year period where they get radar and then they're out there testing hydrogen bombs within 15 years. Talk about technological advances.
That's exactly right. 1960, the USSR recovers two dogs, Belka and Strelka. Their names were the first animals to be launched into orbit and returned alive. That was on Sputnik 5.
Belka and Strelka.
Belka, that's right.
I must Russian. You. I must kill you. Kill you.
He is not a man.
He is not. He's not a man. He is a dog.
He is a machine.
Strelka. That's great.
Let's see. Do they still make Whoppers?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Those are good.
Malted milk balls. Yeah.
See, that's and you don't appreciate them as much when you're little, right? You don't like them as much when you're a kid, but as you get older, Whoppers get better and better.
Yeah, I love Whoppers. Man. I quit smoking this month and had 3 bags of root beer barrels.
I'm telling you, man, anytime you're trying to quit anything, you got to have a good substitute.
Time to make a trip to ShopRite. Yes. There you go.
Right. Go hit the dollar store and load up.
When Halloween comes around, all the candy's stocked. That's Milk Duds. Okay, trivia question. Where do they get the name Milk Duds?
Oh, God.
I know this.
Why?
Because I'm a goof. Milk Duds. I know why. Yeah. Let me, you probably, and no Googling it because that's cheating, but does anybody know why they came up with the name Milk Duds?
Oh,
we'll get into some history here.
Somebody should Google it. It's worth a Google.
Somebody's Googling it right now. United States President Lyndon Baines Johnson, this is 1964, signs the Economic Opportunity Act, an anti-poverty measure totaling nearly $1 billion as part of his war on poverty. That was 1964, and guess what? People are still poor. So,
I mean,
come on, guys.
Raph said Dippin' Dots. Holy cow. I forgot about
that. Was
those
like
things.
I think that was like a 90s deal. Maybe in the 80s.
Yeah,
maybe
late
they
80s. You used to be able to go to Carts and get them. They had the Dippin' Dots. It was
like ice cream.
Yep, literally.
Weird.
Oh, strange.
Risen says Milk Duds are delicious. But
yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. You got to have them fresh.
Yep.
That's the thing about a Milk Dud.
Yeah, if hard, they stale up, it's over.
Yeah.
Ruined.
Whoppers. That's right.
Yeah, Whoppers.
Laugh out loud parents digging into their kids' Halloween candy sack while they're passed out in the sugar crash. Yeah, caught my mom one year.
Oh, I do it.
Of course we do.
Everybody does it.
Absolutely.
Gotta check for safety, right?
That's how I teach my kid about taxes.
Right. Check if there's a cell phone or something mysterious bugged by the government in the candy, right?
You gotta get the
stop. Anyways.
Yeah, because that's how you teach kids about taxes. You say, okay, if the tax rate's 20%, 20% of your candy's coming back to us.
See, you're generous. I'm a strict 50%. You know,
oh, man, you're like a Bolshevik.
Right? I'm like the previous king of England.
Can't beat a Butterfinger fresh from the fridge, though. Yeah, you know, I like my peanut butter cups refrigerated. I like to snap them.
Talk about chocolate candy. That's a different ball game altogether.
Right. Yep, I got to suck on the milk dud. Let them dissolve. Exactly right, Mickey. Yeah, because especially if they get stale. They get stale, they're out of control.
Well, that's the same thing with the Whopper. If the Whopper gets stale, gets friggin' hard like a rock, and then you break your tooth in half.
So they've been fighting poverty since 1964.
Keep fighting.
Still poor people out there. United States Vice President, this is 1974, by the way, Gerald Ford, who had replaced Spiro Agnew, assumes the office of the president after Richard Nixon resigns. He names who as his vice president? Anybody know?
Say that one more time.
Who did Gerald Ford name as his vice president in 1974?
You got me.
Let's see if anybody in the room knows that.
No, it was 20 years to the date before I was even born.
Oh, he hasn't had chocolate in over 20 years. Good heavens.
Poor man, or you have good discipline. Either way.
Yeah, that's right. Nope, not Johnson. Try good guess, Raph. Actually, because Johnson was a Democrat, Ford was a Republican. He named Nelson Rockefeller as his vice president. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. How about that?
Wow. The more you know, eh?
The more you know. Stephanie says I was born 4 years later.
Yeah, Pops, that was 3 years after you.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That makes me sad, DC Irish. I love me some chocolate. Yeah, me too. I can't seem to get away from it. 1986, part-time mail carrier Patrick Sherrill shoots 20 fellow co-workers, killing 14 at Edmond, Oklahoma.
I forgot about that.
1986, the first mass shooting by an individual in an office environment in the United States. His actions give rise to the phrase "going postal." That's for sudden violent outbursts. That's right. All right. So back to the milk dud.
The milk dud.
The reason they called the milk dud, the name.
Okay.
They had a different name for it originally, but when they were manufacturing them, they were trying to make them perfectly round. And then the ones that didn't come out round, that were oblong and goofy, were duds. And they kept putting them off to the side.
Gotcha. And then they wound up having
they realized there were more duds than round ones.
So they're like, just send them.
Yeah. So let's just call it milk. Of course, it's milk chocolate.
Right.
Duds. There you go.
So basically a failure. Yeah. See, Raph knows the going postal term because Raph has been in the postal industry for a long time. He's not now.
Right.
But he was for a long time.
No soda, no caffeine in swine.
Wow.
Maybe wine.
No, he said swine, meaning like pork.
Oh, pork.
Yep.
Ah, gotcha.
Man.
All right. Let's see. Mickey says, look up the mass shooting at Standard Grove in Louisville. Okay. Interesting. We'll take a look at that. There is a whole part of orientation dedicated not to going postal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jeez. That you when you go to the post office, they're like, all right, we need to really talk about this.
Right.
It's wild.
Just one of those things I decided I want. Yeah, exactly. Plenty of wine, though. Plenty of wine. Not swine, but plenty of wine.
Man.
1998, the United States launches cruise missile attacks against alleged Al-Qaeda camps in Afghanistan. So this crap's been going on since 98, bro.
Man.
98. And of course, it's been a rough week over there in Afghanistan and here for a lot of people. A suspected chemical plant in the Sudan, they also hit with missiles in retaliation for the August 7th bombing of American embassies in Kenya and Tanzania, I would assume.
Tanzania.
2002, a group of Iraqis opposed to the regime of Saddam Hussein seized the Iraqi embassy in Berlin. After 5 hours, they released their hostages and surrendered. Not a real good attempt. 5 hours. That's less than a work day.
No, but good for them for trying to stand up to Saddam Hussein.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
God, he's gone.
Rex says, teach your kids communism is bad. Their candy turns into everybody's candy. Right. That's right. Especially the kids that didn't want to go trick-or-treating. Right. They just wanted to lay around on the couch.
Exactly. Get up.
Yeah.
Go work. Come back. I'm going to take it.
That's exactly right. All right. Well, That was Today in History. And of course, after Today in History, we always get right into the odd news. All right. Well, this is today's odd news. We got quite a few odd news stories today. We got to cram through them. We got about 45 minutes to get through this. Let's see here. Yeah, that's a good analogy. That's exactly right. Yeah, right. The fat kid stays home. He don't feel like going out.
Telling you.
He's winded, out of shape.
I'm winded just thinking about it.
That's right.
It's a lot of walking.
Yeah, exactly right. The odd news. Family camping trip ruined by stranger snoring like a food processor.
We have experienced that firsthand. Do you remember when?
I don't remember.
When I was in 6th grade, we had science camp.
Oh my goodness!
And we shared a cabin with a gentleman with a sleep apnea machine.
Yeah.
And that thing, they weren't what they are now. That thing wasn't like an idle. It was like,
it kept going.
Yeah.
It sounded like Darth Vader.
Yeah, and it was super loud. And then we tried to gently take it out for him, and then he started snoring like crazy, so he put it back in.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah,
it was outrageous, dude. It sounded like a factory.
Yeah, it was insane.
Kids will never forget that too. Laugh out loud. Imagine coming home with a full pillowcase, and it's like, nope, you got to share that with the whole family.
Lesson learned.
Yeah. Exactly right. That's how you teach them. Methods of dealing with it vary. If it's a loved one, you might jab them to awake them and get them to turn over. But if it's a stranger, your options are limited.
Nah,
we're talking snoring.
Same options.
Maybe you risk saying something, or you just blast them in Arctic silence as they wake up after a full 8 hours of lovely sleep. Well, if they're snoring like that, trust me, they're not getting lovely sleep. If they've got the sleep apnea, they're not sleeping well because they keep waking up all through the night.
Yeah, and that's
not a good thing.
Sock full of soap, Raph said. He said if the jab doesn't work, right, just wham. Give him the one time.
Yeah, the old sock party. Rex, I had 4 sisters and a brother. I would fight for my candy every year. Yeah, exactly. See, that's my brother used to trip me. I think we talked about this on the show before. Right. Yeah. Trick or treat, I'd come. He would always get the food first or the candy first.
Right.
And then I was the little kid. I got it second. I would turn around to run to the next house, and he would trip me, and I'd fall on my face, and my little plastic pumpkin would spew all over the front yard.
Sweep it up.
So
insert into his bucket.
I don't know how much candy I lost.
Right.
He always had more than I did, though, at the end of the night.
Man.
Of course he did. Of course he did.
Man.
But if it's a stranger, I said that your options are limited. One mom was left feeling very unimpressed on her camping trip after discovering a nearby camper snored like a food processor, she said, being turned on and off. So unimpressed was she that she argued people who snore shouldn't camp near other tents.
Okay, one thing I will say, not everyone that snores know they snore. I still don't know 100% if I snore because I've been told various stories by different people. So
Ashley doesn't
she told me, like, there's been times where she's like, yeah, you were snoring, and then there's other times where she's like, oh no, you don't snore that often. So maybe it's an inconsistent thing. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one night I'm having a bad night. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because I'm asleep, you know. So.
Well, this mom, she said if you snore, you shouldn't camp. She shared her rant on Mumsnet. Didn't know there was such a thing. Mumsnet.
That is probably a dark hole of nasty, angry mothers.
Should be called Karen.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I kind of want to go on there just to read the crap that's on there. It's like Facebook for moms.
That'd be a good,
which Facebook is already for moms. So
that would be a good podcast.
We should just
Mumsnet.
Go through Mumsnet and see what all the issues are next week. News today on Mumsnet.
Exactly, where it swiftly racked up a lot of varying opinions on snores and how the mom should react. She wrote, having finally managed to get to sleep on our mysteriously but persistently deflating air mattress, someone in the field next door wakes me up making a noise like a food processor being turned on and off. I have young kids in the tent. with me and older kids in the tent next door, so I can't wear eye plugs. I think they meant earplugs.
I was gonna say, whoop, right in the eyeball. DC says, if I'm camping, I don't want to be near other people anyways. Now, I agree. The only thing I'll say in the defense of that is maybe they're like at a campsite, meaning like, you have a certain spot where the people are like 10, 15 feet away from you. You know what I mean? They're not just camping in the wilderness. They're at an actual like KOA or something like that.
Yeah, DC says, when I'm camping, I don't want to be near people anyways. I think that's the point, right? Mickey says, I do use the sleep apnea machine. Very narrow
I have
airway.
a very narrow airway.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. But does it sound like an old
how would she know? That's the problem. Is the people that use it don't know. That's exactly what that guy sounded like. Yep.
That's
it was like
the motor ran.
Yep. The entire time. Except for when he was breathing. And then, like you said, Darth Vader.
Yeah, where the hell are people camping nowadays, DC Irish? That's
it's different. You're thinking camping like, oh, I'm going to go out into the woods and camp. No, people don't do that anymore.
It's a family campsite, she says, so it's not just me who won't be able to wear earplugs. They got it right that time. Just don't go camping near others if you snore. They must know they snore because they're not pitched up alone, so their party must have come prepared with earplugs.
Okay, I just need to clarify. This has been sitting in my mind. Is it Mumnet or Momnet?
Mumsnet.
Mumsnet. Okay, because I'm not kidding. I'm going to find something for us for next week on Mumsnet.
Mumsnet. Mumsnet.
We're going to have like a debate every week on a topic on Mumsnet because this is fantastic.
Maybe because they're in England, there's not a whole lot of room to camp. It's a small island.
It's true, but like bunch of mums.
Darth Vader. Stephanie says, yeah, exactly.
Mums from the UK.
Mums.
We're all living. That camp is next to us, yeah?
I'm going to go into Mumsnet.
Mumsnet.
She added, it's different from intermittent noise. I expect to be woken up a few times by dogs or babies, and I'm happy to live with people chatting after my rather early bedtime, but making a really loud noise all night long so no one can sleep is different. I mean, I kind of agree.
And the only thing
I'm a snorer. I snore.
Look, the only thing I'll say in agreement is like, where did you have a sleep apnea machine? What kind of campsite are you at that you got to plug in, right? Well, unless you're glamping, but in that case, you're usually in an RV anyways. Or did they bring a generator just for the sleep apnea?
Just to run a generator all night. Well, he didn't have a sleep apnea.
Oh, that's what I thought you were saying.
No. You brought the sleep apnea machine up in camp. Now you're blending the stories together.
Gotcha.
You need some sleep. You look,
man. Yeah, I'm working full time. Yeah.
If I spent a night banging on a saucepan, then I'd be a twat, she says.
She's definitely from UK. Then I'd be a twat, yeah?
I snore like a trucker, Stephanie says.
What does a trucker snore like? I've heard swear like a sailor, right? I've never heard snore like a trucker.
If you know you're going to make that much noise all night long, then you shouldn't be sleeping near other people. We talked about it. All right. You get over yourself, right? I mean, Mumsnet. Go complain on Mumsnet. Well, this is the story that I was talking to Risen about earlier. This is the story out of
Washington.
Yeah, Washington, up around Seattle.
Right.
Up around the Seattle area. Apparently, Logue, there's so many naked men walking the streets in Seattle, they're starting to stab each other.
What?
A naked man stabbed another naked man on Tuesday morning in Seattle, according to the Seattle police. Just after 8 a.m. on Tuesday, officers responded to a noise disturbance call from witnesses that one naked man had stabbed a second naked man on the sidewalk.
Okay, why was it a noise complaint call?
Well, you're getting stabbed, you're probably screaming.
They're not calling. That means somebody called and complained about the noise specifically, reporting the crime.
Well, yeah, they didn't know what was happening. You know, if you're in an apartment,
I'm not taking that.
If you're in an apartment and they're stabbing each other in the alley, you know what I mean?
I'm calling and saying, hey, I think somebody's getting stabbed in an alley. I need you to come check and make sure people keep it down. They're screaming from getting stabbed to death.
I'm trying to sleep.
Yeah, come on,
man. Trying to sleep here. One witness had already taken the victim to the hospital before the police arrived. Other witnesses told the police that the other man was last seen around a corner, where police found him at the entrance to an apartment building with what appeared to be self-inflicted wound to his neck.
A
self-inflicted wound.
Okay, now this took a twist. Not that it already wasn't twisty. Naked people, just so happen to be two naked people, just so happen to be stabbing each other, just so happen to get a noise complaint. Right.
Why can't the naked guys get along?
Why can't, why they got to self-inflict their own damage? Raph says, I think it would be fun to take bets on what their alcohol of choice was. I'm doubling down on Jack Daniels. 100%. Jack makes you mad. That's just fact. Everybody knows that. The more Jack you drink, the more angry you get.
Yeah, exactly right. Risen says, where did he stab the other guy?
Is Allie an innuendo?
Whoops. The old Hershey Highway.
Yeah. Oh, man.
DC Irish just adds that they
odds
both
that they have
odds that they had a full set of teeth are slim. Exactly right.
Yeah, they were.
But here's the thing.
Oh man,
without these guys are naked, right? So there's no there's no class as far as like someone's not wearing a nice suit. Someone's not
this
wearing
wasn't a fencing match.
Well, no. I mean, there's like nothing to compare to each other. You're not wearing expensive clothes, or maybe you're not wearing, like rags,
So you're saying it's like not a bullying situation?
Yeah. What are they arguing over? What do they have to argue?
I was waiting for the end point. I was like, what do you mean? Yes, they're naked. Oh man. Yeah. One naked guy didn't get out of a Lambo and the other naked guy didn't get out of a Honda. They're just both mad about something while also being lewd.
Right. Naked.
Man.
Mickey says because they were too embarrassed to admit that their hookers pimp busted them up and took their clothes.
Ooh,
oh, that's a good point.
Wow.
That's
like
a really
George
specific
Costanza situation there, Mickey.
It's a George Costanza situation. One was jealous of the other guy's package.
That's what I'm saying. So they're out walking around, right? He takes his normal naked morning stroll.
I'm sure they have things to compare.
You see? And then all of a sudden, hey, man, that's funny.
Risen, I know that you were live the other day on Survival's channel, and you were kind of the man on the street. I would love to send Risen on a late Friday night down to Seattle
to see if things like that are going on. Yeah, that's
just come in live.
How do you censor that live? Oh God.
I mean, maybe track down a couple bum fights.
Two dudes walk past him, they're like stabbing at each other.
It gets pretty out of control down by the original Starbucks there.
There's a whole movie about that. Speaking of that, of having homeless people fight.
Oh yeah.
There's like movies that
bum fights.
Man, that's crazy.
That would be fun to watch. I'm telling you, right? Just send him down to that little area. Risen says only if you pay me for my life insurance.
This will turn quickly into the Pops and Low bum fight show.
That's right. While I'm in South Carolina, maybe we do the show. Maybe you come here, do the show, and I'll pop on live from the beach in South Carolina and look for crazy people.
Oh, there's a plenty. There
are a plenty.
Man.
The man lost a significant amount of blood and was unresponsive, they said. Seattle officers supplied medical aid until Seattle Fire arrived. The identities of either men are unknown at this time. Well, yeah. How do you know? Not like they had a wallet, anywhere to put their wallet, right?
Oh, man. Oh, what a story. Interesting.
I'm glad you stuck around for that one, Risen. All right. Well, how about this? Lightning strikes instantly kills 550 grazing sheep.
Whoa.
Yeah. I had the video, but I was like, I don't want to play the video.
Yeah,
because there was just dead sheep everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah. And a guy that owned one of the gyro shops nearby was lurking. He was lurking around, but I don't know. I don't know.
He said, what was he doing here? How convenient that you're here.
What are you doing
Everything
here?
Freshly cooked. Wow.
Mr. Georgopoulos.
Right. Yeah, man.
Let's see. Georgian media recently released disturbing footage of over 500 sheep killed by a single lightning strike while grazing on a mountain pasture in Ninatsminda, southern Georgia. I guess that's up in Georgia as a country, right?
Oh, yes. But
yeah.
Whenever you say it, it doesn't register at first. But yeah, you're talking about the European country, Georgia. Yes.
Exactly. Mickey says people watching was one of the best parts of being on the beach. Oh, Lord, the things we saw.
Oh, yeah. People watching is always great.
Yeah, we might go live. We may have to go live.
Hey,
we'll see.
We'll see for all of it.
Got too tired of tending to the flock. That's right. Message sent out loud and clear.
Hey. My thing is like, what was on the ground? Like what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
like caused it.
Yeah.
Well, I will find out. Maybe. I didn't read the article. According to news reports on August 9th, Nikolai Lovanov, another Russian, a sheep owner from the village of Tambovka.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, Tambovka.
Right.
That sounds good, though.
That sounds like a
cake.
drink.
It sounds like a cake.
Oh, I was thinking like an alcoholic drink.
Like a chocolate babka. Remember the
chocolate babka?
Give me the babka. Received a distressing phone call from his sheep herder telling him that over 100 of his sheep had been killed in a thunderstorm. What Leninov didn't know was that along with his own flock, nearly 400 other sheep had been killed by the same lightning strike. Luckily, the sheep herder himself had only been knocked unconscious by the lightning and eventually recovered.
Jeez.
Ouch.
So for that to happen, first off, you did say it was like on like a mountainous region, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they're obviously, at a higher altitude, right? Mm-hmm. But like what was in the ground that made it affect them all so bad?
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was raining, maybe it was wet,
right? Like if it's pouring thunderstorm, if it's pouring rain and then it hits the
remember
ground.
the lightning up on the north rim of the Grand Canyon?
Never forget it.
Pouring down rain, lightning just exploding,
knocked a tree literally in half, sliced
insane.
that thing, and it was probably not even 50 yards from us.
Yeah,
that was intense, man.
That was terrifying,
and that shook the freaking car that we were all hiding in. Jeez.
We were in a tent too.
Yeah.
Shocking video footage shot at the scene of an extremely rare phenomenon shows hundreds of sheep carcasses spread over a green pasture on Mount Abul, a popular sheep grazing area in southern Georgia. Levanov and the other sheep owners have appealed to Georgian authorities for financial assistance to mitigate their losses, but the official response was that a scientific commission first had to establish the exact cause of the death of the sheep.
Yeah, because of course, you think like, maybe they're just trying to, but I mean, they have video. Rubber boots and bend over and grab your ankle.
Yeah, maybe they ought to put rubber boots on sheep. Maybe that's a thing, Mickey. Maybe we could start a business.
Jeez. Sheep booties.
Sheep boots. Sheep shoes.
Yeah. Shoes for the sheep.
They already have sheep slippers, but they're for people.
Right.
Sheepskin.
Right. Made of sheepskin.
To be honest, this is the first in such case. We've not heard that a thunderstorm could kill so many sheep, the deputy mayor of Ninos, blah, 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 said. Of course, the mayor's office will provide support, but first, the farmer himself must bring the opinion to experts in order to accurately determine the cause of the mass death. On August 12th, it was announced that 550 sheep were to be burned on site as the difficult terrain made transporting them off the mountain impossible. It's unclear if the owners were compensated in any way.
And see, that's tough because it's like government's like, I mean, we don't really cover that. Like, but he at the same time, he's out. Like that's 550 sheep. That's probably almost his entire stock.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You're not keeping, you don't keep as many sheep as you do like cows. You can get up to thousands, depending on the land you have, but sheep, oh man, that's just insane.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a video for you. We're going to share here in just a bit as soon as my machine can do it. But this guy, David Rush, if you're a fan of the show, we've talked about David Rush multiple times.
A lot.
David Rush is one of these guys who is, I think he's done over 200.
Yeah, and
Guinness World Records.
We still haven't done ours. We got to get there.
Over 200 this time. And this video actually shows me the patience of this man.
I mean, the wet sponges to the face should have showed you the patience, but
yeah,
geez.
A U.S. man broken the Guinness World Record for balancing the most toilet paper rolls on his head. David Rush managed to balance 101 rolls of a single ply,
man,
on his forehead. How about that? We've got the video.
1 minute. 62.
Let me turn it down a little bit. This guy is extremely patient.
Okay, so when you said it, I was like, okay, how are they going to get it up there? Is there somebody on a ladder helping him? But so he's going to stack it first and then put it up.
Yeah, he stacks it first, and then he's got to get it onto his forehead for 30 seconds. For 30 seconds.
Oh my.
Now they keep falling over and over and over again, and he keeps stacking them over and over. The guy is the most patient, and he does it in different ways. So you can see that he's like stacking them in different formations and different. Aren't they all?
No.
Oh, that would drive me up the wall.
Yes. The patience this man has.
All those people were talking about people hoarding toilet paper, right? During the pandemic. It was just him. They all went to big challenge.
Yeah, you know, he's a Costco shop.
Man.
Yeah, but he goes on and on and on. But eventually, I mean, the persistence of this man. And he doesn't swear. He doesn't like get bent out of shape.
Oh, see, I'd be cussing this.
Yeah, I'd be like, there'd be some
maybe in
colorful words.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe. I don't know.
After about the sixth time of stacking 100.
Yeah, exactly, Rex. That's what I liked about it. His kids kept cheering every time the toilet paper fell.
Yes, Dad, you did it. They fell off your head. Jeez, that's frustrating.
Yeah, it certainly is. And then his wife tries to help him a little bit, but he keeps dropping them, and it goes on and on. This is about it in this video.
Go, Daddy, go.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Imagine just
that one. Yeah, that one hurt him. What? When you get the hand on the hip, that's when you know. Like.
Oh no.
Oh, the audio is crushing.
Oh no.
Because every time you hear him,
Go.
she's got the stopwatch. It's got to be 30
toilet
seconds.
paper roll buckled. The cardboard broke down.
30 seconds is a long time, too. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty impressive.
You're holding it.
Yeah, exactly, Rex. That's what kept him going. Prove his kids. He's got it. He's got the kids in the room. He's got to prove to them that he can do it, right?
Commercially available toilet paper.
Not the best video. He's got to work on his YouTube videos.
Man.
Yeah. He gets taller and taller, and
Okay, so just to clarify, yeah he is
It's
doing
not
it.
connecting with the platform over it.
yeah, see, I was wondering the same thing, Irish.
That's my thing. Like, definitely smart.
And they're not
You
gonna.
could tell he tried it 80 different ways because look, he even has it stacked in certain proportions. You know, everything's thought out. But
Boy, my I don't know if my stream is just sucking up here, but
it's the video. It's just a lot of bites.
yeah. Look at it, slow-mo.
Oh man.
I mean, he's not even getting a full second. You know what I'm saying? He's not even getting a
Here
full
we go.
second.
All right, here we go.
Now he's taller.
Oh. I'm getting frustrated for him.
I know.
That's the best he had too. Is 10 minutes and 30 seconds about, or not
Jeez.
10 minutes, 10
Okay,
seconds.
Yeah, we're almost over. I didn't realize the video was this long, but so frustrating.
And again, this is all he did.
Yeah, over and over. I mean, imagine how long it would take to just constantly stack that
Literally.
and not lose patience doing it. That would drive me absolutely crazy.
32 seconds.
Come on! Yeah!
I don't think the audio is lining up with the video,
Nope. Audio's a little bit ahead. Gave you a little bit of spoiler, but it's all right. That means it's coming up here.
101. Come on.
Yeah!
but well, there we go. Anyway,
Wow. That is insanity.
yeah, it is unbelievable, isn't it?
Man. He
He broke the world record.
Because
The record before it was like 53. And he went to
Why'd he go so
101.
far just to make sure.
Yeah.
Make sure it's
Make it
safe.
as hard as he could. Yeah. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
Man.
Let's see.
Yeah, like I said, if you're going to go after low-hanging fruit, I do think that's the move if you just want to have it done. But, hey, I mean, shoot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It would be nice if it lasted, too, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going to do low-hanging fruit, you might as well give it a little nudge. Make it less low-hanging.
Yeah, exactly. A whole new level of determination. Young people can learn from this guy. Right? Exactly right, angry conservative. See? That's why we have the best audience in the nation here. Everything's positive.
All 7
See, I don't know if I even want to read this story. It's about a 12-year-old kid with food phobia.
Phobia of food? Yeah, you're an idiot. Get out of here.
Yeah, he lived off of bread and water
Ah,
until
what a
he was
turd.
like 12 years old.
What a turd.
And then they couldn't understand why he wouldn't eat food. And then they realized he had a phobia of food.
What was he getting pelted with food or something?
I mean, could you imagine? I don't know.
He comes out of his room, blam.
Well, the FAA wants to fine a passenger $45,000 for throwing luggage and putting his head up a flight attendant's skirt. You gotta love people. I just love people. Shortly after departure from New York on May 24th, a JetBlue passenger was accused of throwing his carry-on luggage, lying down on the aisle and refusing to get up, and grabbing a flight attendant by the ankles and sticking his head up her skirt.
Oh my God. Now let me ask this. Now, obviously, that should be a hefty fine, if not jail time, right?
Right.
But why 45,000 in particular? I just feel like that's such a okay, I feel like the offense for head up the skirt is probably about 25, like maybe another 10 for the throwing the luggage, laying on the floor, another 10. I feel like we're getting tic-tacky. Like, let's just call it 50 grand and send it in. 45 is really specific.
It is kind of specific, but after the crew restrained him with zip ties, the plane made an emergency landing in Richmond, Virginia, where he was removed. He may be fined $45,000, according to the latest announcement of proposed civil penalties released today from the Federal Aviation Administration. The JetBlue passenger was just one of 34 against whom the FAA proposed fines against on Thursday for a total of, listen to this, $531,545, bringing the total for 2021 to more than $1 million in fines total.
Okay, let me tell you what's absurd about that. And what does make me upset is, yes, you need to follow rules, especially that guy. He's probably an a-hole, right?
Mhm.
But let's be honest, you've already paid $600-700 for a ticket,
right?
Like, and let's all be very honest. The cost of building airplanes is expensive, but if every single person's paying $700 individually,
Yeah,
it's paid for pretty quickly, right?
that's a lot of money, over $1 million already in
that's
fines.
That's ridiculous.
That's a lot of money.
Like,
Well, that's just goes to show you how many morons are out there.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
How many idiots are out there?
100%. 34 people that are on that list, and I can guarantee you, all 34 are probably on that no-fly list.
Well, I'm sure, but I think, well, they are now. But in fact, airlines are talking about not serving alcohol anymore.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Because,
be shocked by that because people they take it a little far.
You get stupid. The FAA report is a litany of the antisocial behavior that flight crews across the United States have been tasked. We were going to talk to actually Kyle's wife,
Yeah, to Katie Nussbaum,
about this.
founder of Nut Tree Designs Company.
Another JetBlue passenger on a cross-country flight was accused of refusing to comply with the mask mandate, assaulting passengers and snorting what appeared to be cocaine from a plastic bag. I can't.
In the middle of punching people.
How can I wear a mask when I'm snorting coke?
I'm trying to do coke, guys.
Yeah, can you?
I can't have a mask on.
Well,
and
you're
do
going to have
coke.
to lift your mask in between your snorts. If I got to do it eating peanuts, you got to do it while you're snorting coke.
Oh my Lord, that's so funny.
He received a $42,000 fine.
Oh yeah, because he was also punching people. Like that makes sense. Like I just,
Well,
man,
that's going to dip into the cocaine budget.
right.
I don't know what
42
coke
grand.
goes for nowadays.
I don't know, but I'm sure 42 grand buys you a decent amount of
That's
it.
what I'm thinking. You're like Tony Montana,
Right.
42 grams of coke.
Say hello to my little friend.
While the vast majority of incidents were with male passengers, some women behaved badly too. One woman was accused of intentionally bumping into a seated passenger, then punching the passenger in the face when they protested.
Oh, my bad.
I never get to see that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's worth a video because, like, the bump and the punch were pretty close together. And that's why I want to see it. Is because you don't just bump into someone and then sit there and have a 30-minute argument and then punch them.
People are on edge. You know what I'm saying? People are on edge nowadays.
When you can't do cocaine without wearing a mask, I'm sure, right? They're all withdrawing.
Yeah, exactly right.
I can't believe cocaine, mask, and assaulting people. Like, that's just so funny. Was it? He said how did he get coke by the TSA? I swear the TSA is useless if that was really coke. It's a good point. But let's be very honest.
Yeah.
People are extremely creative.
Just so you know, they've got cocaine in like the strictest prisons in the country.
Yeah. I mean, think about the hardest drug in the world. It's inside of a prison right now. So, like, if they can get it in there, TSAs,
yeah. I don't think they do cavity searches when you're getting on the plane yet.
Yet.
They make you take your shoes off, but they're not, they're not checking out the alley.
Right. There you go. Hey.
Not checking out the alley.
Oh, that's funny.
Another woman was accused of throwing corn nuts. Now, see, you shouldn't waste corn nuts. So that already frustrates me.
What a waste of corn nuts. Is it worth 40 grand?
The corn nut is one, talking about, we were talking about candy.
Yep.
But the corn nut.
That's a great one.
That's an
a classic
underrated snack.
It is. Especially like that's an underrated on the go snack.
No question about it. So she was throwing corn nuts at passengers and the crew and shoving her middle finger in the faces of crew members who asked her to stop.
She's like, ha, bird.
Several passengers received $13,000 fines for incidents that included their refusal to stop drinking alcohol that the airline did not serve them.
You're not going to cut me off. I brought this myself. It's mine.
I didn't know you couldn't bring your own. I know you can't do that in the bar, but
I mean,
it's liquid, I guess. Right?
That's what I mean. They got to limit it somehow. They limit you on friggin' mouthwash. Like,
unbelievable.
Oh, that's great. That's what it is. People are just chugging mouthwash on the plane.
On an Alaskan Airlines flight, one man was alleged to have harassed the crew and acted as though his hand was a gun and made a pew pew noise as if he was shooting a fellow passenger. He was kicked off the flight and received a $10,000
See that
fine.
Jerk?
Pew, 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 pew.
10 grand, sir.
Speaking of which, those of you who have an iPhone, type pew pew, P-E-W, not like two words, type them in and see what happens.
Oh, God.
Yeah. See, another little trivia there.
That's just
on an Alaskan Airlines flight. Oh, yeah, I just read that. Interfering with aircraft crew is against federal law, as is physically assaulting or threatening assault crew or anyone else on the aircraft. Penalties can include fines and prison time. If a person is found guilty, passengers have over 30 days to respond after the agency notifies them of an enforcement decision. The FAA said it had received nearly 4,000 reports, of unruly behavior by passengers, including nearly 3,000 passengers refusing to wear a mask properly. Well,
now I don't think the 4,000 people, like the pew pew, shouldn't be included in unruly people. Like, that's just funny. Like, could you what are you in for? Pew pew.
I
literally
stuck my finger.
He said finger guns.
Pew pew.
Yeah, I said pew pew.
Yeah, try that on your iPhone. Flight attendants from several major U.S. carriers previously told insiders Alana Akhtar that they'd experienced increased levels of aggression from passengers this year. Others report having been punched, groped, spat at, and verbally abused by passengers for doing their jobs. There you go. So that's what it's like to fly in today's world.
That should have been today in history.
That's right. All right, we got just a few minutes to wrap up the show. But this woman was attacked by an alligator. She says, "I love him, and it shouldn't face any consequences."
You love the alligator. This is like the lady that got married to the tree. This is like, he said the U.S. Marshal doing the paperwork for the pew pew guy had to die. Imagine that. Passenger said, quote, pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. I might do that. Like if I get my drink, when I get my Coke from the flight attendant, pew pew. Thanks.
See what happens.
Thanks, honey.
See
Pew, pew.
Call her honey too on top of it. Thanks, sweet cheeks. See what happens. Get kicked off. Passenger said sweet cheeks and then pew pewed.
Oh my, could you imagine
This isn't
that?
the first case of the pew pew guy.
An animal handler attacked by an alligator as crying children looked on has said she loves the reptile.
I saw that video. That
you did?
video is out. Yes, because some random bystander came to help, right?
I don't know. I haven't read the article yet.
Read it up. Read it up.
That should doesn't want the alligator to face any consequences. Lindsay Bull was left wrestling with the creature after it clamped its jaws down on her hand. Jeez, I'm as tired as you are.
Way different.
In front of guests during a child's birthday party at Scales and Tails in Salt Lake City, Utah. She was eventually rescued from the alligator. Darth Gator is the name of the alligator.
Yes. Darth Gator. I just picture some like animated alligator with the Darth Vader helmet on its head. Oh,
I picture with a sleep apnea machine.
with a sleep apnea machine.
Yeah. After visitor Donnie Wiseman leapt into the water and clambered on top of the animal. Video of the incident, there you go, was viewed by millions online, but Mrs. Bull and the reptile's center owners say it should not come to harm as a result of the attack. Well, it's an alligator.
Mark said, I saw that. Funny shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's an alligator. Speaking of Mark, Sherry Espinoza, the only realtor I trust right here in the Phoenix Valley. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in property in Arizona, go to azhomesbysherry.com, azhomesbysherry, SHERI.com, and you can find all of her listings and all of her information right there.
Yeah, that thing
AZ
was
Homes by Sherry.
Wrestling her arm.
Exactly.
It was thrashing her.
Oh,
the
was it?
video's intense. Like, and she's honestly pretty calm. Like,
Yeah.
for being,
Ms.
I
Bowl
couldn't
is her
imagine.
name. Ms. Bowl. Ms. Bowl, who avoided losing her limb after undergoing surgery, said, quote, "We are going to fight as long as we can keep him, as long as he is in our care, and it's our choice. No consequences are going to happen to him. He was just doing what animals do." Well, that's true.
I mean, a valid argument. You know, that's the same thing with, like, you know, back in the day, obviously Steve Irwin, his kids are now doing it. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going out and doing some of that stuff, you know the dangers that come with it.
Well, it's like the morons up in Yellowstone that they go up like within 3 feet of a giant
Geyser, yeah.
No, not a geyser. The
The bears and
the buffalo.
friggin' bison, yeah.
Yeah, the buffaloes.
Yeah.
And the elk. They'll walk right up to an elk.
Yeah, people were stupid. And then you get run over. Oh, that girl that got thrown.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that? Man.
She told Utah's Deseret News she had worked with Darth Gator for more than 3 years, that she had been trained to respond to commands, including to allow her to kiss him on the face.
Okay, that one is on you. He probably was
Yeah.
like, get that out of here.
Miss Bull is lonely.
Yeah.
She needs either a puppy or a guy in her life.
Probably a little bit of both.
Quote, "Oh, I love him. He's like a member of the family," she said. That is true of everybody who works there. Everybody loves Darth.
I don't care. Like, I can't say I don't care because, like, let's say my dog turned around and chomped me.
Yeah.
I would still feel some type of way. You know, I wouldn't want my dog to be put down. But if it's going to be a continued thing, what do you do? Like,
Well,
because, yeah, just the risk you take with that job.
I don't know. I think you take the alligator and you go release it.
Yeah, let it go
Go put it in down.
where it's supposed to be. You said
Yeah.
it's doing what they do.
Take it down to the bayou and just let it go.
Raph said, what consequences are they proposing the alligator face after the fact? They probably
$40,000 fine.
right. No fly list.
Yeah, no fly.
Yeah,
Can't fly.
he can never get on an
$40,000.
airplane again.
Yep.
No more finger guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean, what
it's like dogs. They were probably talking about putting them down.
well, that's stupid. Just
yeah, it is.
take him out
and like
fly him down to Florida and let him go.
there's so many of those things walking around. He would be the happiest person in the world.
Mhm.
Animal, whatever.
In
But-
fact, over in Myrtle Beach, where I'll be
Moidal.
in December,
Yeesh.
they have
September.
alligators. What did I say?
You said December.
Oh,
Your
September.
birthday is in September.
Yeah, September. Down at Barefoot Landing. They got
do.
the
All
alligators.
They used to have the world's biggest alligator down there. You remember
That's
that thing?
right.
That thing was
Yeah.
friggin' massive.
He was. It was very
Man.
docile, though. Didn't move much.
Docile. There's another good word. Plethora of good words today.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Well, that's it for the Pops and Low radio show.
Yeah, we're out of here.
I think we're out of here. And
hey, we
guys,
stuck to a time frame.
It's Friday. Go out, go have fun.
Or stay in.
Be like me.
Don't
have any fun. Or you know what? Go get yourself a Moose membership.
Go maybe win you $1,400 bingo pot.
Yeah,
right?
If I wasn't moving your sister to college tomorrow,
be back.
I would actually be reaching out to Espo and talking to him about possibly. Oh, he's in California though. I would maybe go play the. They have the poker tournament.
Ooh, what's a buy-in?
$25.
Oh man, 25 smackaroons.
But you fill that room with 100 people, dude.
Yeah,
and they break
about
it.
Big money.
Yeah, dude, it's big, dude. First and second place.
Man. Yeah, because think
it's like
we
a
used to play with
70-30 split.
Yeah, and we used to play with like what 12 guys, and even that pot was a couple $100.
That's what I'm talking about. 25.
You get more than,
and you got 100 people. That's $2,500.
Yeah, and that's
big money.
So think about it. You're getting 70-30. You're getting almost $2,000 of that.
Yeah,
sheesh.
I'll take it.
Yeah, no kidding.
If I could land my way to the
maybe I'll
winners table.
Grab our buddy Carlos. He's freaking elite.
You gotta be a Moose member.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we'll go get us a membership. We're clean people. We have no criminal history, right? Get us in, and then we'll start running the tables at Moose every week.
Well, yeah. So, and I play in pool tournaments there. They got a 3-ball tournament, and they have 9 or 8-ball tournaments.
Ooh.
But I've been playing a 3-ball tournament.
They need to let you get a ping pong tournament going.
They don't have ping pong tables, but that would be
that's clean sweeping.
But I finished 3rd. Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
It was my
Did you
second...
get anything for 3rd?
No. It's well, in the pool tournament, I think just first place takes the win because there's not a lot of players and it's only $5 to play.
Gotcha. Okay, that's not that bad.
Yeah. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Jennifer was in the room. We didn't even know she was here.
Whoa.
She came in. She snuck in. Didn't even know Jennifer was in the room.
Very quiet today.
That's exactly right. Raph says, have you seen the massive gators on the golf? Yeah, golf courses in Florida. No.
Insanely awesome.
That is insane.
Gator was doing the death row. Yeah, by the way, chunk battered and deep fried gator tails, delicious with honey mustard and cold beer.
I would eat it.
I've eaten gator before. It's amazing.
Delicious. All right. Thanks. Needed to laugh. You got it, man. Yeah, Moose is the place. That's right, Mark. Moose is the place.
See, Jennifer, now you're talking. This is a shock why you were so quiet the whole time. But cornhole?
I think they got the cornhole going because they have a patio in the back. But I'm not sure. I haven't been back there because that's where the smokers hang out.
Me and you might run the place if we go and get us some cornhole going. Later, Gators. Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, good job. Good job. Yeah.
All right.
After a while, Crocodile.
Pops with the closer and have a good night.
All right. Take care. How do we exit this crazy thing?
You say that on the broadcast? Okay, bye.
Well, that's all right.
End the show. See ya. I
Take
can't
care
remember
then.
the other ones.
Bye-bye then.
Au revoir. Adieu. Arrivederci or whatever.